The midsize pickup truck is one of the most popular vehicle choices here in the Philippines. In this video, we will find out which midsize pickup truck is the best. Let's do this. The Philippines has the distinction of having the most affordable mid-size trucks in the world today. Now that's why they're quite popular here, well, aside from the obvious utility that these trucks can provide. Now in this Battle Royale, we will pit the following 4x4 lifestyle trucks in a classic Reagan's Rides mano a mano. We'll take a look at the next-gen Ford Ranger Wildtrak 4x4, the Nissan Navara Pro4x, the Mitsubishi Strada Athlete 4x4, the Isuzu DMAX LS-E 4x4, and the Mazda BT-50 4x4. Now, dude, I am starting to detect two questions that are coming into your mind right now. Question number one, where the heck is the Toyota Hilux? Well, dude, Toyota Motor Philippines still hasn't engaged me yet at the time I made this video, so by default, the Hilux doesn't make it. Now, the second question I'm detecting is, how about the Sangyong Muso, the Photon Thunder, the Maxus T60? Well, dude, let's put it this way. For this video, we're just going to stick to the usual mid-size truck suspects, well, aside from the Toyota Hilux Conquest. So with those two questions out of the way, let the truck wars begin.
Turn up. Let's go.
Alright, dude. So first category is price. Now we've got 5 mid-size trucks here, so I got my cheat sheet right here. Now, the Mazda BT-50 4x4 takes the top spot in the price category with a 1,790,000 Philippine peso price tag. Here's the deal, dude. Mazda Philippines also provides a 5-year free PMS service package for the Mazda BT-50, which, if you think about it, that's like close to 100,000 Philippine pesos in value. So that's not bad. That's actually pretty good for a Mazdified D-Max with a rear locking differential. Now, even if you add, let's say, 68,000 Philippine pesos to go for the top spec Mazda BT-50 4x4 Pangolin edition, it is still the most affordable amongst the bunch. Now, coming in at second place would be the Nissan Navara Pro4x with a 1,811,000 Philippine peso price tag. Now, dude, yeah, it's a little bit more expensive than the Mazda BT-50, but then Nissan Philippines doesn't give a free preventive maintenance service package. So, yeah, even if the BT-50 Pangolin is more expensive than the Navara Pro4x, that free PMS package helps to keep the BT-50 at top spot. Now, after the Navara Pro4x, we also have the Mitsubishi Strada Athlete 4x4, which retails at 1,827,000 Philippine pesos. Now, this is just a few thousand pesos more expensive than the Navara Pro4x, which is weird because the Navara Pro4x offers a lot of features over the Mitsubishi Strada Athlete 4x4. Coming in at fourth place, we've got the Ford Ranger Wildtrak 4x4 with a 1,885,000 Philippine peso price tag, and it also comes with a 5-year vehicle warranty. Now, last place would be the Isuzu DMAX LS-E 4x4, which is also at the same price as the Ranger Wildtrak at 1,885,000 Philippine pesos. The deal is, though, the Isuzu DMAX LS-E only gives a 3-year warranty versus the 5-year warranty of the Ford Ranger. And yeah, the DMAX LS-E is a little bit short when it comes to tech and features when you compare it to the Ford Ranger Wildtrak. So that's why the Isuzu DMAX LS-E takes last place in the price category.
Turn up. Let's go.
Now, we all know that looks are subjective, so dude, this is just my opinion. I mean, this is my video, got a mic here, it's also my opinion. Now, I'm talking to you, Mr. Keyboard Warrior, and yeah, please don't complain about my choices. Now, mid-size trucks are meant to look macho and intimidating, but I will give top marks to the Mazda BT-50 4x4 for going the elegant route with the BT-50. See, being a lifestyle truck, the Mazda BT-50 can be used for date nights, and it wouldn't look out of place in a hotel driveway. Now, when you opt for the Pangolin trim, which is an added 68,000 Philippine pesos for those cosmetic enhancements, then the macho factor of the BT-50 gets amped up. A close second place here is the next-gen Ford Ranger Wildtrak 4x4, which looks brawny and sophisticated at the same time. Now you get matrix LED headlight units here, F-150 style DRLs, and a large and wide hood, plus 18-inch alloy wheels and a sports bar, as well as the roof rails for that complete off-roading look. Now, my third placer here is the Nissan Navara Pro4x because it also looks macho and brawny and can really take the fight to the larger Ranger Wildtrak. Now, the Navara also gets LED headlights, 17-inch alloy wheels, but these 17-inch alloy wheels are wrapped with beefy all-terrain tires and a large front grille for an overall badass look. The Isuzu DMAX LS-E comes in next with a refreshed front fascia that has full LED lighting units and those double fang features found in the front grille. Now, the 18-inch alloy wheels are a love it or hate it affair though, but at least, well, the DMAX still has a new look. Holding up the rear in the looks department, the Mitsubishi Strada Athlete 4x4 is the oldest truck in this lineup, and though it went through several facelifts plus decals and stickers, well, it is still lagging behind in terms of looks. The fog lights of the Strada Athlete are still in halogen, and honestly guys, just to be perfectly straight with you, I'm not really a big fan of those wild stickers that can be found on the Strada Athlete's truck bed.
Turn up. Let's go.
Mid-size trucks are meant to be workhorses na pangharabas vehicles, but dude, that doesn't mean that the cabin amenities should be sacrificed. This is especially true when it comes to these top-spec lifestyle trucks that we have here in this video. Now, in that regard, guys, the Ford Ranger Wildtrak 4x4 takes the top spot when it comes to the cabin segment. The Ranger Wildtrak is not only the most spacious cabin in this Comparo, but it is also the plushest. We get an abundance of soft touch materials here and leather all around, which is a pleasant surprise for a mid-size pickup truck. Coming in at second place is the former platform mate of the Ford Ranger, which is the Mazda BT-50. You see, Mazda has always focused on giving its passengers a premium cabin experience, and they also apply the same to the Mazda BT-50. You see, we get brown leather seats here with power adjustments for the driver, and also a good mix of soft touch materials and the leather that is befitting any Mazda. A close third place is the current platform mate of the Mazda BT-50, which is the Isuzu D-Max. You see, the D-Max gets nearly the same cabin as the BT-50, except the BT-50 gets a little bit more leather and soft touch materials versus the D-Max. You see, the D-Max relies more on hard-wearing plastics for its cabin materials. Now, the fourth on the list in the cabin department is the Nissan Navara Pro4x. Now, while the Pro4x gets sporty, zero-gravity leather seats, the majority of the cabin materials used are still hard-wearing plastics. It's a constant reminder, though, that despite the high price of the top-spec Pro4x, well, the Navara is still a workhorse truck at its core. Coming in dead last in the cabin materials department would be the Mitsubishi Strada Athlete 4x4. You see, the Strada has the tightest cabin amongst all of the contenders, which is a consequence of its overall narrower width. Now, the orange leather seats of the Athlete 4x4 is also, it's a love it or hate it affair, while the rest of the cabin materials used are just simple, hard-wearing plastics.
Turn up. Let's go.
Being the newest truck in this Comparo, the next-gen Ford Ranger Wildtrak 4x4 takes pole position when it comes to tech and safety. You see, it has the biggest screen in the lineup at 12 inches, and it comes with the following goodies. I mean, you get wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, a wireless charging pad, plus all of the driver assist aids like adaptive cruise control, a 360-degree view camera image with off-road mode, and forward collision alert. So, for those of you who want a truck that has the most tech and safety, well, the Ford Ranger Wildtrak 4x4 is the way to go. Not to be outdone, the Isuzu DMAX LS-E 4x4 also offers a large 10-inch touchscreen infotainment system that comes with wired Apple CarPlay and wired Android Auto, as well as the image of a reverse camera. Now, the Isuzu DMAX LS-E 4x4 also gets a bunch of driver assist aids, which includes adaptive cruise control, forward collision alert, and other stuff that will keep the passengers safe at all times. Coming in hot at third place is the Mazda BT-50 4x4, which has the same tech and safety bits that can be found in the Isuzu D-Max. Now, the thing is, the BT-50 only comes with a smaller 9-inch touchscreen infotainment system, but it does come back with wireless Apple CarPlay if it matters to you. Now, the BT-50 also has the same driver assist aids that is also found in the Isuzu D-Max. Now, the fourth placer in tech and safety would be the Nissan Navara Pro4x, since it has a smaller 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system, but it does come with wired Apple CarPlay and wired Android Auto. Now, the Navara Pro4x does get a 360-degree view camera, which is Nissan's around view monitor. And it also has the same safety features found in the D-Max and the BT-50 because the Pro4x is equipped with Nissan's intelligent mobility system. In fact, dude, if you think about it, the Isuzu D-Max and the BT-50 and the Nissan Navara Pro4x are almost equal when it comes to tech and safety. So it just boils down to what your priorities are. Coming in dead last for tech and safety would be the aging Mitsubishi Strada Athlete 4x4. You see, the Strada Athlete gets the same level of safety systems that can be found in the other trucks in this video, but the Strada has the smallest 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system in the bunch. Now, the Strada also doesn't get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto yet. You'll just have to rely on Bluetooth connectivity for your music. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Now, considering that the tech and safety features of all of these trucks are almost similar to each other, the fact that the Strada has these smaller cuts means that yes, it comes dead last in the tech and safety category.
Turn up. Let's go.
Midsize pickup trucks are meant for hauling stuff, so bed capacity is a huge deal here. Now, tied for first place are the mechanical twins, the Isuzu DMAX LS-E and the Mazda BT-50 4x4. See, with a payload capacity of 1,060 kilos, these Japanese twins are the power lifters in this Comparo. Coming in next is the Nissan Navara Pro4x with a slightly lower 1,017 kilogram payload capacity. Now, holding the fourth place would be the next-gen Ford Ranger Wildtrak 4x4 with a 985 kilogram payload capacity. And finally, we have the Mitsubishi Strada Athlete 4x4 that can only haul around 950 kilos worth of payload.
Turn up. Let's go.
While these trucks are meant for hauling stuff, going for the top spec 4x4 trim means that you also care for their off-road capability. Now, when it comes to off-road driving, the next-gen Ford Ranger Wildtrak 4x4 takes the top spot with its powerful 2-liter bi-turbo diesel engine that can put out 207 horsepower and 500 Nm of torque. The ground clearance of the Ranger Wildtrak is also superb at 235 mm, and it also has a class-leading flood wading depth of 800 mm. Now, the fact that the Ranger Wildtrak also has a rear locking differential further cements the crown of the Ranger as the off-road king in this Comparo. The Mazda BT-50 4x4 takes second place when it comes to off-roading since we have a robust 3-liter turbo diesel motor here which can produce 187 horsepower and 450 Nm of torque. It also has the highest ground clearance in this Comparo at 240 mm and a wading depth of 800 mm. Now, the BT-50 beats the mechanical twin, the Isuzu DMAX, when it comes to off-roading because the BT-50s here in the Philippines come with a rear locking differential, something that is not really available in the Philippine spec Isuzu DMAX. Now, despite having no rear locking differential, the Isuzu DMAX LS-E 4x4 still takes third place in the off-roading category, mainly due to the fact that the ground clearance is a healthy 240 mm and the wading depth is at 800 mm, which is similar to the one found in the Mazda BT-50. Now, the engine is also identical to the Mazda BT-50, which is a 3-liter turbo diesel that produces 187 horsepower and 450 Nm of torque. The fourth placer now would be the Nissan Navara Pro4x, which has a smaller 2-liter turbo diesel motor, but it has the same power output as the Isuzu BT-50 and the Mazda DMAX. Now, the Navara Pro4x can still churn out 187 horsepower and 450 Nm of torque, but this lifestyle truck has a lower ground clearance of 220 mm and a lower wading depth at 600 mm. Now, the lower ground clearance and wading depth may limit the areas that the Navara Pro4x can go to, despite the fact that it also has an electronic rear locking differential. Once again, our last placer for off-road driving would be the Mitsubishi Strada Athlete 4x4. Now, the Strada Athlete 4x4 may be the only truck in this Comparo that comes with a center differential lock. But given the limited applications of this feature, well, it doesn't really carry much weight. The Strada has the least powerful engine here, which is a 2.4-liter turbo diesel motor that puts out 179 horsepower and 430 Nm of torque. We also have a low ground clearance here of 220 millimeters, and the flood wading depth is also just at 600 millimeters.
Turn up. Let's go.
So, after a grueling battle royale of these lifestyle midsize pickup trucks, you can see that the Mazda BT-50 4x4 has emerged as the overall winner here. Now, the BT-50 combined a great price along with its superb good looks and an awesome level of driving capability. Now dude, I hope you enjoyed this mid-size truck battle video, and if you really want to see more of these, well, let me know in the comments below. Anyway guys, I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.